Welcome everyone to Meet the Polymaker. I am your host, Polymaker Joel, and we're live on location. If you missed our last live, I don't know, an hour ago, we're here at Ecovate 3D at Raleigh, North Carolina, and that's why the backdrop's a little bit different. I didn't repaint my walls at home. I didn't get taller ceilings in my basement. This, unfortunately, is not what my wall looks like, but you know, maybe it could in the future. You know, got some filament over here. It's like we're hawking for some company. I mean, anybody hear that company up there? But no fancy graphics for the most part, and I am mobile. That's actually the first time I'm running this, well, other than the previous stream, on this laptop. I used to have my big powerhouse laptop that was 800 pounds to carry around, and that's no fun. So with that said, if you are new here, we go over 3D printing news. We share awesome prints from the community, and today is no different. Just because we're on location doesn't mean we change it up, other than we're a little less flashy with the graphics today. So we will meet some makers. Instead of having just one individual, we have multiple people here hanging out, kind of after party of the reveal for the Panchrome experience. So we're gonna sit down with a handful of makers, kind of a new setup. Maybe we'll do kind of random stuff like this when I am out and about traveling, so I don't always need to do pre-recorded stuff. So yeah, you'll see whole different setup. We'll invite some makers here, some names you're gonna recognize, some faces you might recognize, some faces you might not. But with that said, I hope I have the next thing set up properly, because we're gonna head into hot end headlines. And first up, that looks like it's working good. Again, no flashy graphics, we just got web pages. So you'll see my sources often come from All3DP, 3dprinting.com, Yanko Designs, Fabaloo. I go all over the internet trying to find just fun, cool things to share in the news. And the first up is gonna be an $89 fountain pen that shows you the ink flowing through 3D printed maize. That is fully 3D printed. It's a company that's partnered with 3D printing experts at Arc Layer to design and launch the maize fountain pen. And the price isn't bad, 89 bucks for a fountain pen. If anybody has ever been, I don't remember the store I was at, it was actually in Frankfurt. Custom pens or fancy pens, they get very expensive. So these are really cool. I'll kind of scroll down so you can see. It's not just a design in there, it's also the flow where the ink goes through, which I thought was really cool. So right now you can buy them. They raised over $2,800 or $280,000 already. It is 10% off, normal is $99. I haven't clicked that link to check myself, but if you're a fancy guy that writes with a fountain pen, maybe it's your time to pick one up. Next up, we have the T250 Core XY design, demonstrating a sub 2-minute 3D benchy. This is a radical motion cooling system. Obviously you need radical motion. You need a heck of a cooling system to spit out plastic at that speed, the flow rate, the speed of the head, everything. It takes a lot of that formula in there. And as you see, you go to fabaloo.com, it might be Fabaloo, I'm not really sure. But you'll be able to read the article itself. And there is actually a YouTube video on it if you want to watch there. But measured at 250,000 millimeters per second. For reference, typical desktop 3D printer like the A1 is 10,000. That's the acceleration. That is crazy. And if you've ever seen the videos of these, I mean, how they're not walking across state because of how much they move, I don't know. But the video is by S. Zur Turk and explains the rationale and the detail of the T50 design. And claiming the world's fastest. I don't know if it's official, but if not, I'm sure it's on its way to get there. And next up, we got not quite as fast, but the Ender 3 V2, and not the printer itself, but a replica, and not a replica working version, but a Lego version. It's not in the mix yet. So for those that don't know, Lego here, I don't have all my notes because I have a different setup right now, but it is in here. Give me just a moment. I want to give this shout out. There you go. Gurus14 via Lego Ideas has submitted the design, and it's getting some support. So if you go over to lego.com, I'm not sure there's a place to be able to vote for the Lego Ideas platform. This could be reality. 3D printing is becoming so much more mainstream, more focal point of a lot of different things. It's not against Lego's ideas of hopping on trends of what's popular and getting a design out there. So will we see this in the future? Maybe so, stay tuned. If you do, would you buy it? I probably would. I mean, Ender 3 non-V2 is my starter printer, so kind of partial to it. Next up, we have over at 3dprinting.com, 3D printed origami by Matthew Lim. And this is exactly what you think. It's 3D printed origami. Of course, you could print with different recesses, lines in there, perforations to allow you to fold. We've seen that in actual different designs before. I don't think in a full origami setup. So this is kind of cool there, but you can get a lot more details again. This is 3D printed kirigami is what they're calling it. Origami, it's available again, 3dprint.com is the site. You can see a lot more information on it. Maybe something to get into. I would say, especially the ease of use, I haven't printed anything myself, but if it's easy to do, I could see a lot of models popping up on Maker World of people doing origami. I once did some paper origami and was into it for a little while, and that was many, many years ago. So if you want to check that out, head over to 3dprint.com. And last but not least, we have Panchroma. What is the news there? We don't have any new product yet. That is to come. I would say end of month, maybe beginning of February, but we have what you see here along to the side here. You can't see. Go back and check our VOD for the previous live we just did an hour ago, and it's going to show you the Panchroma experience. It's the first Panchroma experience that's been installed into a reseller, Ecovate 3D to be more specific here. That could be something we do if it has good traction. People like it. It's a good way of finding the best color for your needs, or just a favorite color you like, to find out what it is through the Pavo display. And again, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go check the VOD. I don't have the ability to move cameras around right now, but really cool setup. The wall game, this is the first permanent installation. It is here to stay. I'm not taking it home with me. The filament, I have plenty of it. I don't need to take that home either. And plus, Beverly might be mad if she's missing inventory. But check that out on our VOD. Check out the mini videos over behind the scenes, some setup that we were doing. See what people have been printing. We'll start small. You may have seen next to me, like, what are all these prints? We have the popsicle. Noah, popsicle, do we know?
Beverly, who's the popsicle?
Huh?
Do you know who designed this?
Designed by Markham.
Designs by Markham is the melted popsicle printed by Beverly Tan here at Ecovate. And we're going to start small. So it's a little tiny, but a very cute, very nice little print there. Then we're going to go up to a little bit larger. We have one of many designs by Rebel Alicorn. This is designed and printed by them in various beautiful colors. And again, getting a little bit bigger there. We'll stay, actually, this isn't as big, so I kind of went back and forth. This one here actually printed by the team of Ecovate. Oh, no, by Chris. I have to look all that. 3D printed like me. We'll talk to him later. He printed this, and this is actually one of the print kits, and that's printkits.com. I think they have that.
Yep,
so, yep.
Who you know from Cocoa Press.
Yes, from Cocoa Press. Do awesome kits that you can subscribe monthly to, and they'll ship you the kit to build cool things like a miniature air hockey table. And that's, yeah, and they sell them here in Ecovate. So if you're in the area, you don't have to wait. You can come and get the kits here. And this, I mean, who doesn't like air hockey? I mean, come on. And then to have a miniature portable version, there you go. And next up, we're a little bit bigger, and I'm going to be very gentle because the man who printed this is standing there and he's staring at me like he's going to hurt me. But this is printed again from Chris, 3D printed like me. And this is the Toymaker 3D, right? The Toymaker 3D, and it's King Kong, but it's something else. Mecha Gorilla. Toymaker skirts the names, but you'll find it. Toymaker 3D does amazing, and this is one of many that are around this. There's Godzillas around, I think all printed by Chris.
Yes.
And different varying sizes, a little bit smaller, a little bit bigger, and much bigger. We might see that here in just a little bit. So amazing. These things, there's so many pieces for him to do multiple. Hats off to him. I don't have that patience. So good job there, and just again, amazing print, and a temporary guest for the time being. Oh, okay, and then the next, last but not least, is this black vase or vase, however you want to say it. This is wavy vase, and this is actually printed. Is it 1 millimeter layer height?
1 millimeter nozzle.
1 millimeter nozzle.
0.6 layer height.
0.6 layer height, and this is one printer that, if you watched the live from earlier, is the Optimus P1, right?
Yes.
And they've been toying with that. It was brought here, not working. They fixed it. They put, I think, a whole new hot end, a whole new tool head. And they, even like while I've been here, they've been tinkering with it, but they've been able to get a tall print out of it. And this is maxed out Z, close to?
At the time.
At the time.
999, and now we're at 1111.
So it was 999 millimeters at the time. Again, they've been tinkering with this thing, modifying it, upgrading it, enlarging it, and it is a large cabinet printer. And it's cool just to see huge things so they can print, for themselves, for fun stuff, and also for clients if they have anything they want big printed. So that is it. While these weren't specifically shared on our Discord, for next week we'll be back to the normal trend is if you guys have something you want to share, whether it be the good, the bad, the ugly of any of your prints, discord.com/polymaker and our Show Off Prints channel. Share away. A lot of you probably just got some new printers, got some new filament for the Christmas season. Go print some awesome things and share them. Even if they're big, they're small, as you've seen, varying sizes, it's all awesome. We'd love to see it, and we might share it on the next show. So that is it for the prints. We're gonna take a commercial break, and after that, we'll be back to talk to a few individuals.
Hits by Silverback and Little D, the best renditions of some of the greatest hits of all time. Hits like Hallelujah, Holly Smooth Criminal, All That She Wants Is Another Printer, Print Away,
There you go, print away.
Still the TD1, All About That Bag, No Stabbies, and Polyman.
It's a file tonight. We're all in the mood to see it extrude, 'cause you've got your printer tuned right.
Reserve your CD today with a special TV offer by going to polymaker.com and paying $39.99. Have your credit card ready. Seriously though, this music was a joke. Go buy some Polymaker.
This is Polymax PLA, the toughest PLA in the world, and today we're gonna put that to the test. I printed this very mechanical model and we're gonna drop it from the 12th floor. You heard me well, the 12th floor. Let's go. Ready for the first drop in 3, 2, 1. Whoa, that's crazy! Not even a scratch! Let's go and check it closer. Not even a single scratch! I dropped it again from the 12th floor, and still not a single scratch. Buy your Polymax PLA right now!
Performance may vary depending on usage, individual factors, and external condition. Individual result may vary, not a guarantee of specific outcome. Consult your professional before use. See website for details and limitations. Use responsibly.
Have you had bad customer service with your filament provider? Have you ever gotten a bad spool and never got a response when you emailed the company? Well, that won't ever happen when you reach out to Polymaker. Some people say that no company cares about you. Wrong. 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 If you never got a response after emailing a company that you've worked with in the past, you may be entitled to better customer service. We at Polymaker pride ourselves on good customer service, and we won't ever keep you waiting for a response. Email us now at support@polymaker.com and we'll get back to you within 1 business day. We'll fight for you.
Oh, we got doop, doop, and doop. Ha, there we go. How's it going? Oh, look at that, and that's the glow blue. Welcome back, everybody. We are here, like I said earlier, we're here to meet not just one maker, since we had multiple people in here at once, and that doesn't negate them from being on the show later as an individual guest, when I can do a little bit more personal one-on-one. But with that said, like I said, these are local makers, some further away than others, and that's what I find really cool. Like I said, many things cool about this location, is that there's multiple people that don't just 3D print. Obviously, that's becoming more mainstream, but creators, people that are, whether on TikTok or on YouTube, or just part of the community, that all can get together and hang out and do cool things, come support the Panchroma experience release. So that's been greatly appreciated. But anybody that is wanting to hop on the camera, feel free to come on in. As I awkwardly sit here, nobody shows up. Like, okay. And we can have multiple people in here sitting at once. So if did Sandhill take off?
Yes, he's gone.
Sandhill's 3D was here. He really does exist, I promise.
I think his car's still out there. Is he?
Well, he can come join us if he hops in here. So there we go. There we go. We got a nice backdrop, 3 nice faces. So I do have to remember I have this in my hand. So I want to let them introduce themselves. Like I said, you might recognize some you might not recognize. But real quick, who are you and what do you do?
I'm 3D printed like me. I go by Lala too because there's so many Chris's out there. So, but yeah, I've been known for my big Godzilla prints. So it's a lot of fun to make these things.
Yes, and they're all over the store. I think there's probably well, I know you brought some in today, but 5.
Yeah.
And I actually just now seen the back there. I will assume the Optimus Prime is yours also.
Yes, that's also a toy maker.
Yep, I'm have to steal some of them, so nobody say anything. Delete the VOD. Delete the VOD. And then, okay, that's to my right. I was going to gentleman over here to the left. A little teaser who I might be, but who are you and what do you do?
Hello, everyone. I am Jedi Spidey, Mike. Just down the road. When you said free tacos, that's why I came.
I don't blame you there. So there, I mean, I'm the same. If I hear there's free tacos somewhere in the vicinity, it doesn't matter what you're doing, if it's 3D printing or making pancakes. I don't know. I went to food, of course, but yeah, no. And they came out, like I said, to support. Check out, be the first here to see the full unveiling. Chris, I think, was here 2 days ago. Yeah. So he's seen kind of the setup, but it wasn't until today that everything was really just there, set up, looking great. But appreciate these guys coming on. We'll kind of bounce the questions around, kind of what I do, same format that I do with the normal shows, kind of learning a little bit more about each one. Now, I got first question for you. Have you been on camera before? I don't know if I've ever seen your face personally.
A few times I've been on camera.
Okay, so he's famous already.
Not really. I'm just, that little guy sitting in the back.
I've seen people say his name in chat already, so I mean, they know who you are. Yep.
Potential Stephen Poole, how you doing? I see you. Pezliz. But no, when I first started streaming was like when COVID first started, and I was streaming gaming. Okay. And that's where I started. Once when I got a new job, I was in one place, cubicle over. There's 2 guys who had some helmets up on their shelves, what have you. So I had to go introduce myself and say, "How you doing? I'm Mike. What are those? How'd you do that?" And they said there were 3D prints, and they said get a printer that's about 300 by 300 at least. And so I went out, got me a CR10 Smart Pro.
Okay, yeah. So and went big. At least they started you off with the obvious that don't go small. Don't start small because if you get into it, you're gonna want bigger. So you might as well just hop into it. And that was before Bamboos were out there too.
Yeah.
Right? Or shortly after probably release.
Right around that time. And so so I started printing helmets, and that's what got me to 3D printing. I kind of stopped streaming gaming and just doing the 3D prints. And now I kind of do a lot of AFK overnight, while I go to bed.
Let the printer go.
Let the printer go, and then since I have a normal 9-to-5 job, I, let it
Limited
go.
on what you can do, yeah.
And then when I come home, do what I got to do, and then I'll hop on, and people, they see me out there. I'll pop my face in there.
And now, off-topic question, real quick. Of course, you mentioned you started off streaming gaming. Do you care to say what your go-to game was at that time of streaming?
When I first started, it was just like retro games.
Okay.
I pulled out my
stuff.
I pulled out my PlayStation, I was playing Metal Gear Solid.
Oh, yes. Yep.
Then I pulled out the Switch, but it was for a Game Boy game. I go, yeah, it's on the Switch, but I have the actual cart. It was Link's Awakening. And,
Okay, so the classics, yeah.
And pulled out my 360. I was doing Most Wanted.
So now have you found yourself now being 3D printing anything based on those games you did play, or have you more just stuck with helmets and randomness?
Yeah, more the cosplay helmets, and then a lot of randomness. Now I have like Patreons for like everybody.
It's easy to rack them up, isn't it?
It is. And just recently, probably about 2 months ago, I started in October. I started selling at our local flea market. We have an indoor-outdoor flea market, and I scored a booth that's indoors.
Nice.
So
Even
I
better.
can beat the elements. And yeah, so now I have a 27 by 10 or 27 by 12 space. And yep, I just line it up with everything from, all the patrons that I got, from Cinderwing to Flexi Factory to Kit Kiln, Loot Lab,
A lot of all good ones.
PLA and PA.
Yep.
A lot of those.
The retro, the gaming, the Mario, and everything else. And I mean, there's a lot more, but there's the chill Marios. And Prince with Chris was actually here earlier today visiting, and he does. That's always you when I show off the prints. It's almost weekly that I see a PLA NPA model printed by Prince with Chris. So yeah, great models. So now you got a good choice, good selection at least.
Yep. So.
Awesome.
So I just started, so it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
I like it.
I appreciate it. And these guys are all going to be hanging here, so we'll get to community questions. So don't over there. I'll let you introduce or let him introduce himself. So real quick, who are you? What do you do?
I'm Lomax with Sandhills 3D. I do 3D printing education and fun projects, and I just kind of share everything that I do.
There you go. Now, talking about doing things. There's something in this store that you...
4 foot of shelves, I think. And we actually got enough room to go taller, but you can only reach so high, so.
And I think Beverly's a little bit shorter, so
she is.
I think she might have trouble even at the top shelf now.
They didn't want to let me put the top 2 shelves in, so.
And as he said too, it's the whole wall, so it's very long. And I mean, there's filament on every shelf, so these are well done, solid, because we all have the shelves at home where we've got the cheap stuff from Menards, Lowe's, whatever, and you start stacking the filament after a while, you get that little sag to them. These are solid. I think it's metal and everything.
Oh, yeah.
The framing's all metal, bolted to the wall. Plus, got the I don't think it's anchored to the ground, but it's got the anchor or the foot to the ground. Yeah, they're done well. We of course filled one section with it. We'll likely fill a second section with it, and we'll have to relocate some other brands. No offense to those brands. We need the space. We got a lot of SKUs coming out. But now with that, you guys, I think you said you're about an hour and a half or so. Are you too local? How local would you say?
10 minutes.
Oh yeah, so Chris is 10 minutes.
Chris is close. I'm about an hour and a half from here.
Okay,
hour and 10 minutes if it's no traffic on the road.
And that's driving the speed limit or not breaking rules.
Yeah.
And you get there a lot quicker, yo.
Speed limit plus 5. No, I don't.
There you go. So now with Chris, now of course you do streaming or is it just content?
So I'm working on doing my my content on TikTok. So I'm trying to grow that, and I've been working with Asylum Life.
I've heard of that guy.
So Asylum Life has been doing a lot with the creators, getting us together, building a community for all of us to kind of work together, introduce ourselves, and kind of learn more about growing our presence online on social media. So that's been really helpful lately, and so I've been on a few of his lives, talking and doing things, and he does some of the ones where they do, you have to choose a side, and then you have to argue it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And so I've been on one of those.
Debate,
yeah, a little bit of that. So I did get to try that and experience how that works, and it was fun. And so I've been learning more about what people want to see, how to present some of my models a little better. They can be large, but they are kind of small. But it kind of depends on
so many pieces.
How many pieces can you get? The problem I had, somebody had said something in the last part about making them smaller. And the problem is that once I get any smaller than this, they're really hard for me to mess with my hands. I have big fingers, and then glue and the pieces, trying to see where they're going. tends to be a little difficult.
You probably glue the pieces to your fingers more than you glue them to themselves.
Yes, either that or they don't want to fit in there, and then they kind of hang off a little bit. So roughly this size is pretty good, but I like them much larger. And so the Kong that we saw, that was definitely perfect size pieces.
Well, I
for
think
me.
too, when it gets smaller, not even just the gluing and everything else, but I'm sure there's already small parts to that just become a little bit too brittle if you shrink it down too much, right?
Exactly. And so that's where, these are really well done models, which I've really liked. As you said, that there's the Transformer ones, and so there's more of those. So I was talking to somebody earlier, and he was saying that he had made the Optimus Prime at 100%, but I had made it at 200% after I saw how small those pieces were. So I'm looking to make more Transformers too.
And I think it's been a while since I've been on the site, but I think he's got at least some free Transformer files,
Yeah,
right?
I think
to get
most
you started.
all of them are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and of course not called Transformers, but go to Toymaker 3D. You'll see all the stuff they have. He's got a lot of awesome, and the ones that are paid for are Earth. And we obtained it for the booth, so now it travels with the event palette. That was more because I wanted it, and he's like, "No, you guys can have it." So we may have purchased that with.
There's one piece in his torso that is the largest piece, so we're going to slice it and see how big we can make it on the Optimus P1.
Oh, on the Optimus, okay.
So if I can figure out what scale it needs to be that'll fit on that best, then we'll make the rest
Everything
of it the
outside of
same
it.
scale, and then see what printer we need to print it on.
So will you display? Obviously, you'll do content there. Which, real quick, I think you mentioned at the beginning, but where can they find you?
So I am 3D Printed Like Me on TikTok and Instagram. I am going to be at events. I went to 3D Printopia last year. I'm looking to go to more this year. So hopefully that, I'll be able to visit more.
Awesome. And that does it? If you end up getting a really large one done with the help of the P1, will it be displayed here temporarily, or do you have any ideas there? I haven't kind of planned that ahead.
It's kind of the combination. It'll be here. This the Cookie Cat Godzilla
Very
will be
pretty.
here. He will be on display here to kind of show off.
Looks like bubble gum.
Yep, and so because of the bright coloring and everything, it kind of stands out. So it's a great way to kind of have people be able to see the details that are in it that show off really well, but be able to see what these printers can do in person. These were all done on an A1 printer, so you don't need something huge to do it.
Yeah, that's what I tell people, especially the A1 Mini. It is just as good speed, quality, everything as the X1C.
Yes.
Of course, there's limitations on the material, but other than that, print-wise, you can print just as good.
If you're going to do PLA and PETG, they're perfect for it. If you're going to get into the more heavier ABS ASAs, then yes, you're definitely going to need an enclosure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, cool. Well, thank you very much. Now, over to Sandhill here, as I know I've talked to you a little bit. Obviously, you got some content that you do yourself, which we'll talk about that also. And then we were talking earlier outside the show, as you do some stuff with education where you kind of volunteer. Is that correct?
Yeah, so I volunteer at a local Montessori middle school. So I've got 7th and 8th grade kids. And we've got one printer, thanks to Danny at Neocore Prints. I really appreciate it. If y'all don't follow Danny at Neocore Prints, I ain't even worried about y'all following me. Go follow him, okay? Because he's a good dude. But yeah, he donated a printer that he had won in a contest, and they're just off to the races. Now, we've recently done a grant, and we're hoping that we'll be able to come up here and spend a significant amount of money with Beverly and buy some filaments and buy some printers. I'm trying to get them 10 A1s and 10 A1 minis. If we could get them really set up, then I can engage more kids. Because when you only got one printer, even by yourself as a person, you get bored really quick because you can only print one thing at a time. It takes a certain amount of time, and a lot of these people getting the A1s and stuff are kind of spoiled because they don't remember the Ender 3 days.
Where they're real slow.
Yeah, where it took at least 3 times as long to make anything that you wanted to make, and the quality was not going to be what the modern day machines can produce out of the box. It just wasn't going to happen.
And now with that too, is the education we were talking earlier is, it's one thing to have one fast printer, but this school isn't just a one class that does 3D printing. They do. There's a lot of uses for it.
Right. They do a lot of hydroponics in their school. They do a lot of craft classes. The other day we were able to make some of the little perler bead tweezers because they had lost all their perler bead tweezers. And, in about 3 hours we were able to print them, a bunch of sets of tweezers, and they were good to go. 3D printing is so universal to any other hobby that it's going to keep growing.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's going to grow at an exponential rate year after year. I see eventually a future where everyone has a 3D printer in their home, and a lot of the major corporations are going to be having files that you can print for parts for your washer or for whatever. They may have whole kits that you can just print. We've got a lot of places now like print kits and stuff. But I think that the industry, a lot of industries are going to move to, we will give you the information to make your own thing because you now have this machine that can make these parts.
Yeah, they don't have the overhead, everything else. So
right.
They'll cut costs on their end and still make profit off the file or anything else.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like you said, that's where we've talked about. It's going to be, I think they've reduced it down now to 3 to 5 years where 3D printing will become a standardized household appliance. And as Sandhill said, it's getting that way. I mean, that might even shrink in time because it was at one point 7 to 10 years. In less than 3 years, it went down to even less. And really, I mean, you've got a lot of the companies that are jumping on to a lot more turnkey, and we're not even fully there. I mean, the Bamboo, even the Snap Maker, I know Creality's got their new SparkX i7 that's supposed to be coming out. That's plug and play. Basically, you unbox it, it's assembled. You don't have to do anything other than hit start. I think it's going to get more like that. I mean, it's definitely going to get more like that because then there's going to be companies competing against the other one and making it more turnkey. But with that I'll ask each of you here is what is your go-to printer, and then after that, what is a technology or a printer that you're excited about seeing here in the future?
Right now, I would probably say my H2C. I got one of those since I'm selling a lot of stuff at the flea market, doing a lot of multicolored little figurines.
Reduce that waste,
And so, reducing the waste. And I just picked up a P2S, and that thing prints pretty darn good. So those are going to be my first two.
Okay, yep.
But I have all the H series and now P2S. Have an A1 and A1 Mini at the flea market sitting there. So I get a lot of customers stopping by and check out the 3D print. Some will keep on going, and some will
gets their attention.
They go in, and I get them in the door.
So now on top of that, then is the next question would be, it doesn't have to be a specific printer, but is there any printer or technology that you're excited to see, possibly whether this year and in the future with 3D printing? Hard question.
It is a hard
lot
question.
Of different things. I know, of course, tool changers are becoming popular, but you got something similar to that with H2C. But yeah, like I said, any or even material. It could not even be with the printer. If there's a certain material you'd love to see that's not necessarily out there that you've seen.
Not really. I've been doing this for a couple of years. I still consider myself very novice, and that's why I grab the machines that are just take them out of the box, turnkey, and they just work.
Oh yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah,
I think a
my
lot of us got
CR10
that
was
way.
my first one where I kind of tinkered. I didn't like it, so then I got.
Do you still have the CR10?
No.
Okay, yeah.
I actually donated that to the lady that was here earlier.
Oh, okay.
For their robotics club.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, so it's got a good home then.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Now, same, Chris, question for you is this, what is your go-to printer right now, and what technology, material, whatever it might be, and anything in the 3D printing world, anything you're excited about seeing, in the near future or the far future?
Yeah. So I have the A1 that I use as my primary. I did just upgrade my Creality to the HI, which some people are, why do you do that? It actually does work for me. I don't have the multi-material on it, so I use that with the Bamboo, the A1, and the AMS Lite, and that works great. But it's one of those things where if I'm doing single colors, the Creality still works great. I still want to give them a chance, even though others are saying, why? Why are you doing that? And it's it's not as bad as you think sometimes.
Yeah.
But no, I'm excited about some of the new printers that are coming out. The new Creality looks interesting. I'm curious to see the new X that's coming out.
The SparkX.
Yeah. So I'm curious to see what that is all about. there's a lot of different types of printers I know that are on the way that we're going to have by summer. I'm really excited to see what we get for some of those launches with the multi-tool head type of. They're going to have some amazing colors coming out, I'm sure, because all these printers are going to be eating up filament like crazy.
Absolutely.
So I'm excited to see what kind of new lines are going to be coming out and then be able to test all those.
There we go. I know a guy that can hook you up. And same question you were saying, Hill, is go-to printer and then whatever technology, material, anything in the 3D printing world you're excited to see soon or soonish.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so I'm really excited about the multi-tool head machines because I just got my Snapmaker.
Okay.
So I'm looking to do some more stuff with that and try to incorporate multi-materials, some conductive materials, or I'm really interested in what materials may come out in the near future. I know the one company, Time Plast, has got all kinds of stuff that they say, and I've not seen really good stuff from that, but I've got hope that maybe other people will innovate stuff and other filament will come out. I know I was working with a local plastics company a couple years ago, and they were looking at putting some mosquito repellent in plastics.
Okay.
And that's what they had contacted me about because that's part of my expertise. But the day I was there, they were actually putting CBD oil into plastics. And I asked them what their end goal was. They said they were going to end up making some filament out of it, but they said they did not know what they would use it for. They only developed materials. They let other people figure out what to do with these materials. Now, this company, they had a clean room that they couldn't take me in. They make heart stents.
Okay.
So they know what they're doing when they're making plastics because that's all stuff made out of plastics. And ironically, they also made fake turf. Not the actual turf, but the strands that they make the turf out of.
Okay.
So they didn't put it together. They just made the plastic to make the strand.
Now, is that like a spool and they just cut it into pieces?
Yeah.
Like
So, they were extruding it.
Okay.
They were extruding it, and it was like a ribbon. With the plastic they were putting the CBD in, they were extruding it, but they were pelletizing it at the time so that they can make filament and stuff out of it later. It was really interesting stuff, but that kind of stuff interests me. The stuff that, conductive filaments, carbon fiber filaments, I like the look of them. I wish they would get stronger. A lot of people, especially because I'm from automotive background, everybody, carbon fiber's strong, and I'm like, look, when you're printing carbon fiber, it's a whole different creature than laying strips of carbon fiber.
Oh, yeah.
But I do really like the finish look of that material. I'm looking to see what other additives maybe we might be able to print. I'm excited about this filament 2 silicone.
Yeah, the silicone, yeah.
The 2-part epoxy. I don't see that lasting long term as a filament because it seems it would be much easier to bypass a filament and use a tank system. And just use a pump. Just use a pump. Yeah. I mean, and it seems that would be easy to implement, on a printer already.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see that. I'm excited to see what they do with the medical, because that stuff is evolving every day.
Oh, big time.
They are able to take cells from your body now and use them to actually print body parts that your body will not reject. So I'm really, now that's not on the hobby level at all.
Yeah.
But this kind of stuff really excites me. 3D printed houses really excite me. I think that's really good technology. I think the next big innovation in 3D printers for home is going to be a robot arm. Instead of having a gantry, I think having a full motion robot arm is going to be the next thing. As soon as they can get them where they're not $10,000, you know what I'm saying? But when they can get them where they're $3,000, people will buy them.
Oh yeah. We're spending over $2,000 on a
yeah,
printer, so.
I mean, people used to say, well, $3,000, people are not going to buy that for a printer, but Bamboo proved that wrong. People are willing to pay for a machine that will make the things they want to make.
As long as it works.
As long as it works. I didn't get into 3D printing to learn how to work on 3D printers. I got into 3D printing because I wanted to make the things that were in my mind. Now, I had to learn to work on 3D printers because it was the olden days, and that's what you had to do. But I was okay with that. but I love the fact that the innovation has moved along so that my 7th and 8th grade kids can make the stuff that they think of without having to learn how to run a whole machine.
Yep.
Or without learning how to build a machine.
Absolutely.
And, you know, I'm really excited about where we're going.
There you go. Yep, and I agree. Like we've talked on a lot of the shows of the different medical stuff, the housing, automotive, race teams, prototyping, and now not just prototyping, but quick printing for replacement parts or parts to exchange mid-race if needed. It's going awesome places in every aspect of the field, you know, not just consumer. Obviously for us, consumer is the most exciting because we get to mess with it, we get to deal with it. But yeah, so many cool things to come this year. I think is going to be amazing. Obviously, I've talked to you guys, I've said on stream, is we've got a ton of releases of material, but there's also 3D printers coming out that are just going to be crazy, whether it be just the size or the design, the type of printer, what they're capable of. And from there, I think we're going to see a lot more. Like you said, the silicone printing for the Prusa. We're going to see a lot more stuff like that of different companies trying different ways. And I agree too with Sandhills is I love multicolor. It's great. I love printing awesome, especially awesome big things. But the multi-material, where we can start really printing things in place with multiple material, is going to be awesome. I mean, we can get that now with tool changers, but there's so much more open space in that area. I think we'll get to. But talking of filament, we'll get to community questions here in just a minute. If you guys want to start asking now, I'll ask some real quick questions. These are usually my rapid fire, so I'm reversing things up. Real quick, tell us.
First.
Yes.
Polystring. When's it
Polystring. Well, that depends. My supplier, I haven't talked to him recently, so I don't know if this supplier Polystring has any more stock left. I know not only you or the community, but my kids have asked for it. So they, and Nora still believes that Polystring is a thing. Thank you, Builders Mark. So she's asked already for it many times because I have the empty spools in my workshop. But I mean, it's January. It's maybe. You never know what comes in April 1st, right? I mean, any releases can happen then. But other than that, what is, I'll ask the two questions right back to back is, what is your favorite filament color? And it does not have to be Polymaker. It can be any brand here or elsewhere. And then after that, what has been the one print that you're most proud of?
Favorite color? I don't know. The Galaxy lines. I like the Galaxy lines.
Okay, fair enough.
And my favorite print is my pride and joy. I wish we were at my place. I have a Moff Gideon helmet, signed by Moff Gideon himself.
Oh, even better.
So I went here in Raleigh to the GalaxyCon. He was there, got him to sign it, took a picture with him. So that's a hard one to beat. Yeah, that's a pretty awesome print. Same question for you, Chris. Is your favorite color? Again, any brand, doesn't have to be Polymaker, and then just the print that you're most proud of.
So I have to say that some of my favorites have been the glow dark filaments. Just any of them, really. You guys have a blue that glows really well. But I really like the fact that having it be able to glow just looks really cool to me. And I haven't printed much in it, and because it is kind of abrasive, it's kind of hard to print sometimes, but every time I've loved everything that's come out in the glow in the dark. It's kind of annoying, but yeah. And then my favorite print, obviously, is my 200% Godzilla that I made. And then I got to show off at 3D Printopia. So if you were there, you probably saw it. You probably saw me walking around with my green one at the time. So that was, the Godzillas have been, my favorite so far for a while.
Oh, yeah. And again, I give him props for, it's one thing to finish one of these, and they're overall easy. There's a lot of, the instructions are crazy of how well he does the instructions, but still the patience it takes for so many parts. And this guy, and I know this isn't the only ones he's done, he's probably got 20 more at his house, is the patience that he's demonstrated in this many putting together. I mean, props there. So awesome prints, though. And then Santos, same question. Favorite color filament, and then the print that you're most proud of.
I mean, okay, so I print mostly black, but I do have some ooze from Alien 3D that I've got 2 years ago, and I'm down to my last little bit of it. I did I printed a big ass Mountain Dew bottle. We were bidding on a job for actually a rapper guy, but we didn't get the job. But I still got a cool big Mountain Dew bottle out of it. So I don't know if that's my favorite print. I think my favorite print that I do would probably be my Mesmerizer, which is a thing that moves. It's a mesmerizing thing because I designed it and made it work for 3D printing. So that's probably one of my favorite things. My favorite print.
Yeah, especially when you create it, and then that's what we always talk to is it's one thing to have something you created digitally on the screen, but when you can hold it, it doesn't. My very first design was a geometric block. It was a monitor adapter that I just specified for my setup. It was nothing special. I am not a modeler by any means, but as soon as it was printed, it was like it was just a bunch of cubes put together with holes in them.
I wanted to be able to make the things
that's in your head
that I could think of.
Yep.
Because without 3D printing, you either got to know woodworking, plastic work. You got to do something. Metalworking, welding. You got to know something. With 3D printing, you only got to learn the design part, and then the machine will make it for you.
Oh yeah, now it's so easy to print everything. So, which I don't know if we had any questions yet. Yeah, if anybody's got any questions, I'm gonna scroll up here.
Yeah, too far.
I had to pay for these eyes. That's the only reason I can read them. Okay. The Tech Jeeper was coming earlier about the DEET infused filament. The little neurotox with your microplastic. I mean, yeah, there's some things don't work out there, but
hey, people develop it and figure out what it's for.
Yeah, that's up to the scientists to figure out.
Like what Stephen Poole said, my 7-foot Master Chief, that's my other favorite print.
Is that person?
Oh, that you did?
I am over and over again?
I don't know. So normally what we do on the show is you can type in "I am awesome" to enter in for a giveaway.
Oh, okay.
There is no giveaway though. This is live, but I didn't have a chance to set up the giveaway.
Oh, we're not gonna give nothing away.
Yeah.
All right.
I have to do a whole nother thing that takes a little bit that I didn't have the time to after the last stream. I think it's set up. Jedi, how many Kit Kiln models have you printed from Diablo Spawn?
Almost all of them, minus the Harry Potter and the Star Trek. I can't do Star Trek. Jedi. Star Wars.
Yeah. He's actually restricted by law. He can't do Star Trek prints and just Harry Potter just because, right?
Yeah.
Just not down the realm of your liking. That's so a lot. We'll just say a lot because I don't even know how many there are now. There's so many.
Just about.
Happy New Year to y'all too. Who else?
Yeah, but Happy New Year. Got
on there. Anything else? Anybody else?
Let's see here.
Win
Yeah. You guys are all awesome. You're correct, but there is no giveaway. This is live. We are live from Mikavate.
We're live.
So I'm behind on the number of prints. Oh, okay. Diablo's behind on that. Let's see here. Oh, you're asking me. You're supposed to ask these guys questions. Daniel Thomas, will you make a glass fiber version of the new Pet G?
You got that, don't you? Not the new one.
No, we have Pet GF. So not Pet G, GF.
GF.
Could it come? I'm sure it's in the works.
Right, glass fiber is going to give you the same pretty much look as carbon fiber, right?
Oh yeah, it was
for
very
less
clean.
money, right?
Yep. Yeah.
So buy glass fiber.
Yeah. So if we don't have it, as I always say, we don't have it yet. Which of the four of you got the highest score on the wall? I don't think these guys have played.
I
Have you
haven't
played?
played here. I played at 3D Printopia.
Do you remember your score roughly?
No.
Sandhill says he got 150 at 3D Printopia.
40.
40. He thinks around 40. Chris hasn't played yet, have you?
I got 44.
44.
I got 47.
47. There you go. And of course, I mean, I don't count because I've played the game more than anybody.
Don't worry, I'm going to come in here and own the leaderboard here.
There you go. Sandhill's going to be, all the names on the leaderboard is going to be Sandhill's 3D. Jedi Spider, you finish your Master Chief suit?
Well, it's not a suit. It's
a standee.
Standee.
So have you finished it?
It's all printed, but I haven't done all the post processing.
Oh, the sanding, painting, filler. Oof.
Yep.
Wait for warmer weather.
Wait, where was that? What I missed?
No, he's got to wait for warmer
Oh,
weather.
yeah, to pay.
North
Fair.
Carolina, you won't have to wait but a week or two.
Yeah. I'm thinking you're saying that like I'm gonna live in Ohio. This is decent weather, but
It's
for
gonna be
painting it
70
makes it
next
different.
week, yeah.
Oh, man, that ain't bad.
Maybe I need to stay a little bit longer.
Yeah.
I know I'm gonna regret it as soon as we pull into Ohio and I get out of the car. And like,
Yeah.
and honestly, the cold is one thing, but it's in Ohio. It's the wind. The wind cuts through you so horribly.
At least you're not in Syracuse, from what I saw.
Oh,
But yeah.
not good.
No, they have like tens of feet of snow.
Oh, yeah, pass.
They're nor'easter
Yeah,
type stuff that just comes through over the lake. Yeah.
They can keep that. I actually haven't even checked the weather back at home, so it might have snowed. I mean, I'm not there, so it doesn't matter. Okay, but yeah, you guys are again all awesome, but there is not a giveaway. Don't come back yet. Cold and windy. Okay, yeah, Kyvix. Yeah, that Kyvix lives like 40 minutes from me. So yeah, if it's cold and windy. Yeah, it's been windy though. So windy. I'm glad I cut my limbs
I
down.
wonder if the people online can hear the bass.
Probably. Can you guys hear the bass? So they have a gym next door that it's usually later in the hours and certain things that they'll have. They jam out, which I mean, it's at least it's motivating. It's got good energy. Oh, yeah. But I don't know if it picks up when we're talking. If you can hear the thumping, a lot of bass through that wall. Snowed a good amount here. Oh, don't tell me that, Kyvix. I guess I'm gonna have to check my camera, see how much it snowed at home. Maybe I will stay down here longer. No giveaway stream that's live. I know, Jonathan. Yeah, it's honestly it's because I had the stream prior and I have all the setup done.
Maybe we give away some Beverly stuff.
You just
One off the shelf.
There's one right here.
if you walk in here in the next minute, I will let you pick one spool of anything off the shelf. Not anybody that's already here. Nobody counts. And I'll pay for it. But there's going to be somebody that's like 5 minutes away, so I better stop rambling. How long were? Yeah, I said I would pay for it out of Noah's paycheck. How long were your arm and legs before? Wait, what? I don't know what that's in. Wait, hold on. Cut your limbs. Oh, okay, the limbs. I cut my tree limbs down. You guys are insane. I have something to. I can hear some of them. Not too bad. What is their prediction for 3D printing in 2026?
Careful now,
Which one is that?
The bronze filament by Virtual Foundry. That's $170.
Is that the most expensive spool you have? Here, we'll give a shout out to another company. We're not against that. So yeah, so the Virtual Foundry, where are they out of?
I want to say Midwest.
Midwest. Okay, so they're U.S. based.
Yep.
So yeah, so this is bronze filament. Wait, bronze filament. Yeah.
It's metal.
Okay, so it's not a typo. That's good. Density 4.29, metal content 89.8%.
That's a lot.
1.75 millimeter tolerance, plus minus 0.5. So yeah, so okay, metal filament. Yeah, so there's okay. Oh wow, that has some major shrinkage. I don't know if that's going to zoom in there enough, but I hear you. Show you.
Yeah, show it to the camera.
Perfect.
So you see, that's the difference of just printed and then printed and centered. That's a major shrinkage, and this is a 0.5 kilogram. And how much?
It's $169.99.
$169.99. So anybody wants to wait? Will this run through a standard?
I printed on
Hardened nozzle.
A1 Mini.
You printed this with
0.4 hardened nozzle.
A1 Mini can print this stuff. So if you want to be the cool kid on the block and have bragging rights, stop by Ecovate. Do not dry this filament though. I mean, for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
That is awesome. That's just one of the many filaments you can get here at Ecovate. Like I said, they honestly have many brands, and it's not just like many brands of just PLA. They do have PETG, they have TPU, they have ABS, they have filament, foaming TPU, which I need to probably take one home because they just recently released the new shoe models on Maker World. Yeah. They partner with somebody.
Okay.
And the foaming, I might have to give that a shot. So.
Should have bought some.
I don't know. I still see some foamy, so I don't know what colors. We'll have to go through the inventory before we go. Slip some under my shirt. I got a suitcase. But let's see. Make sure there's no other questions, and then we'll get on out of here shortly. There goes store stock of Polymaker my way. Next terminal's coming from Chicago. I think you can make it here in 5 minutes. Just got done shoveling. Don't talk about shoveling. Gross. There it goes. Okay, there you go. Thanks, Builders Market. Just linked if you really wanting to buy some of that filament. And again, I think it's more bragging rights at that point. It's got its use cases, I'm sure, but for a standard consumer, maybe not so much.
Did we figure out how to fire it though?
I mean, we know we technically know how to do it, but my oven's not working yet.
Do you know what's degree? I have to look it up. High.
1,500 or more.
It was high.
So it's low.
It's not a regular oven. It's a furnace.
It needs to actually be thrown at the sun for a short time.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's, I think we'll close it up. I'll let these guys get out of here. I know we're actually keeping Noah because they closed at 7. So I appreciate, again, the Ego of 8 team has been great. Thank you guys for coming on the show. And like I said, yeah, I think thank you all for coming, not just on the show. Yeah, this kind of a thrown together, but coming out to support. I know free tacos were a bonus, but no.
Hey, I didn't even know about the tacos.
yeah, even more of a bonus too. Like, take tacos. So no, appreciate you guys coming. You can hang out here while I do the intro, but you can also get up and get drinks, go to the bathroom, whatever you might do. Because now we just talk about some projects we're working on, which have now slimmed down. For those that are used to hearing this, is we have some projects going and some that are unfortunately left. Yeah. And so we have I'm moving the cart like it's going to move the camera. I'm like, oh yeah, it's not even tied to it. So no, you're good. You don't have to go at all. But yeah, so we do no longer have Polymaker figurines. Again, I don't have any news or updates for that. But we won't have to link that right now because it's unfortunately ended at the end of the year for 2025. We do still have Polymaker Education, !PME. That's got a few more episodes, seeing kind of where that goes. Got some plans we're working out, but you can go check that out. That's hosted by Creative Sprit. And again, that's going to be models that are shown for educational use that then become free to download for you to use however you see fit on our printables and Maker World at Polymaker Education. We also have Polymaker Labs that is still hosted by Polymaker Sean, dressed up as the Polymaker scientist, giving tips, tricks, and troubleshooting on your 3D printing, which now is more important than ever because there's a lot of new people that are coming to 3D printing from the holidays, whether people you know, people you gifted to, or people you don't know. We have Polymaker Labs as just a fun TikTok shorts of information that'll help others, whether starters to experts. That information is also provided on our wiki, !wiki, and that's going to be the wiki.polymaker.com. Tons of information there, whether on material information, how to print certain things, print profiles. We don't have every single printer there yet, so be patient. We're trying to work out as many as we can to cover everybody's needs, so you have the most flawless print experience possible. But yeah, check that out. Whether you're looking at it yourself for information, share it to others. There's a lot of information that Sean has put together there, all in one place. And then last but not least, we do have !IPC. That's In Printing Color, hosted by Pezliz over on twitch.tv/Pezliz. And that is on Wednesdays. And that just goes over the different colors, we just released a ton of gradients, going over different colors, uses of those colors, surface effects, and many things like that, showing off new filaments or use cases of filaments that have been out. So check her out there. She also is doing another show. I don't have an exclamation point because it's still !IPC for Pezliz Presents, which is typically on a Saturday, sometimes Sunday, where she is helping build our designer portfolio to have awesome models to display all of our new filaments coming out in really awesome ways, and then giving credit back to those 3D designers, giving them exposure. She's helping contact her, so many different things. Much to come for this year. It is the start of a new year. It is the first of the year. You had the first of the Pavo interaction, the Panchroma experience as a whole, the first largest, print wall game or tile game, and the first permanent installation of it. That even beat being in my house permanently, which is crazy because I've printed so many of these things and made so many of the modules and everything that go along with it. So you'd think I'd have one in my home. Not yet. Maybe soon. We got some plans for maybe some things to come. We'll talk some more details later of that. But lots of content, more ideas, more things that are going to come for the year, more product, of course, that is going to come. But thank you all for supporting us for as long as you have. Of course, all of 2025. We have a new year to just invite more people to the community, whether it be on the Facebook group or Discord. It's discord.polymaker.com. If you're new here, go join up. It's a ton of great people with a lot of information, a lot of knowledge about things, and you can just share what you're doing. You can look for help, or you can just hang out, talk with us, chat with us, come in the Hangouts. A little bit dead lately. I haven't been in there for the last week of getting this whole thing set up while I've been gone. But just so much fun things to be had, and let's continue growing these communities the way that we've been doing it, with kindness, with passion, with the knowledge. 2026 is going to be great. There's going to be a ton of new changes, good changes, additions, etc. So stick around, hang on for the ride. It's going to be fun. And hopefully we'll catch you guys next week. I'll be back at home, so we will have that Tuesday community chat, discuss some things of what we can work on, maybe some names for this thing rather than Panchroma Tile Wall Game. It's a mouthful. It's not cool. It's usually something fun. So we'll get those collected on Tuesday. Make sure that's usually 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Tuesday. Same place you're watching this. We'll do some giveaways there too. Don't come for just the giveaways. That's the bonus. The fun part's just hanging out and talking. So thank you all. I hope you all had a wonderful holiday, an amazing start to your new year, even though we're only one day in. And that's all I got for you. Thank you very much. You guys have a good night, a good weekend, a good week, and we'll catch you here next time. See you later.